Nice. I was reading something over the summer where you were saying Caruso and Lonzo are two guys you look at defensively and say, like, I like what these guys are doing. Why are those guys on that end of the floor, guys you look up to?
Yeah, I think those guys are just very disruptive in the way they play. They're very good at keeping their man in front of them, and then when they put the ball out in front of them, they're very good at taking it. So I haven't seen Lonzo this year, but Caruso, he's been good at that. Just playing in passing lanes, and he's got a good defensive IQ. So I like to kind of model my defense after those guys.
Yeah, and for all three of you guys, the anticipation is something that sticks out for you. Where do you think the anticipation comes from? The knowing like what's going to happen.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of natural talent, but it's definitely something you can work on. Just having good defensive instincts, knowing where the ball is going to go, knowing the scout, knowing plays that teams like to run and where they like to get the ball to. So I think it's just a little bit of everything, a little bit of natural talent, and knowing what teams like to do.
Your team's defense is number one in three-point percentage allowed, the worst percentage against you guys in the league. Is there something specific that you guys have done really well to keep that at that level where you're leading the league?
Yeah, well, we practice our closeouts every day. Shell drill, closing to feet, making guys who aren't comfortable shooting shoot the ball, and trying to take it away from guys who are comfortable shooting it. So, we work on it every day, and it shows. With teams, not shooting well from 3-point against us. So it's definitely something we pride ourselves on.
How much does it help that Herb's blocked a bunch of those? I think.
Yeah, Herb. Every time I see Herb closing out, you got to pump fake because he's going to block it otherwise. But learning off Herb's been great. I want to take my game to the defensive level that he's at, especially considering how good he is at blocking those 3-point shots and his defensive instincts.
How important is that going to be against a team like the Suns who likes to play outside, shoot a lot of threes?
Yeah, it'll be very important. Especially making sure we close out to their feet. Stealing out. Not let them get any easy shots off. They're a team that has a lot of good shooters on the team, shoots a really good percentage. So they're also a good team that's good at getting in the paint and finding their shooters. So we've got to be smart defensively, and we have to have each other's back and be on with our rotations.
Has anything changed for you, the way you approach a game, coming in and starting compared to coming off the bench?
It's the same mindset. It's taking a little bit to adjust to playing with different people, but I think last game towards the end I got used to finding where I can help the starters out, especially on the offensive end. So I'm comfortable playing with these guys now, and playing with new people in a different position. So for me it's all been learning, and I'm comfortable with where I'm at right now.
Has defense always been a really important thing to you?
Yeah, defense has always been, my main strength, what I pride myself on. I feel like that's what keeps me on the floor. Bringing defensively, locking plays up, getting steals, creating offense that way. So that's definitely something that I pride myself on, and it's been, ever since I was a junior.
But how far back does that go? How young were you when you first became very interested in being great defensively?
Yeah, I think it would have been under 12s, under 14s when I was a young kid. I always had good defensive instincts, and I was always getting steals and stuff like that, getting fast breaks. So I think from there I really started to see that I have the talent to be a good defender, and defense is a lot about effort as well. So you got to bring it every time. Know the scout, know who you're guarding. So it probably dates back to when I was 12, 13 years old when I really thought I could be a great defender.